The gloves are off with Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I'm your co-host, Steve Kim, and now we enter the Boom Boom Room. Ray, I want to talk about your career a little bit and the way you prepared for fights. Now, you had a trainer, right?
Yes.
You had a strength and conditioning coach, right?
Yes.
You had a cook, right?
I did.
And you had a dietitian, right?
And also a masseuse.
And you had a nutritionist, right?
Yes.
Can you name all those people?
Yes. Murphy Griffith.
And who else?
The same guy.
Really?
There's one guy who did it all. See, that's the idea of a trainer. Let me speak to the fans here.
Oh, yeah,
Steve.
please do, Ray.
Hi, welcome to the Boom Boom Room. Let me give my thoughts on this. When I hear people talk about they have a nutritionist, masseuse, conditioning coach, boxing coach, they said, did you have all those? I said, yes, I did. It just happened to be the same guy. One guy is all you need. If you got a trainer who knows what he's doing, if you have a trainer who knows that, has an inkling about the boxing game, he's all you need. That's the difference between being something special or just being one of the many. You have to be in tune with each other. Your trainer knows how your body feels. Or ask. My trainer said to me, how do you feel today? And I'd say, Griff, my body feels good. I feel good and strong. Great. Here's what we're going to do. Or he'd say, how do you feel? I say, Griff, my body, I'm a little sluggish today, feeling a little down. Okay, we're going to cut back on the sparring and we'll do more bag and rope work. Whatever it is, your trainer needs to know. You have to be in tune with him. That's why you can't have the same relationship with the trainer when you got 4 or 5 other guys who are coming in. One guy's talking about doing your diet. One guy's talking about doing your conditioning. One guy's talking about doing being a masseuse and a nutritionist. You got to have the same guy who's in tune, who knows everything about his fighter, and the fighter believes in the trainer. This is what makes success in the boxing game.
Ray, there's an old saying, too many chefs spoil the stew. I think that's what you're saying. Now, the question is very simple. You fought not all that long ago. I mean, your fights are still in color. They're not in black and white. Don Dunphy didn't call all your fights. I mean, when the hell did this dynamic change? And why did it change?
Steve, I have no clue. And I'll tell you another thing that really frosts my behind. Is that now they only spar every other day. When did that start? I don't know what that means. I used to spar 2 or 3 days in a row, then you break. 3 or 4 days in a row, then you break. Your body got to get used to going rounds. Your body got to get used to push it into the later rounds, to having rounds under your belt. You know, I don't know. Every other day, it makes no sense. It sounds like circuit training.
You know what's interesting? If you look at all sports, now every sport has strength and conditioning coaches. They work out year round. They're doing whatever nutritionally and supplementally. And back 40 years ago, you never had pulled muscles. Now everyone pulls a muscle. They look great. So my question is very simple to you, Ray. Are fighters now just better looking at the weigh-in in their underwear, but are they actually in worse physical condition?
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, aesthetically, they look better. You're right. Look at Henry Armstrong from the 30s and 40s. He would burn for 15 rounds, man, every fight. All day, every day. That's what he was known for. Look at the fighters like Roberto Duran, Ruben Olivares, Julio Cesar Chavez. Guys who would burn for 15. Salvador Sanchez. Those are the great fighters, man. Do they know about nutritionists? I don't know about their diet. I don't know about if they had a strength and conditioning.
They didn't carbo load?
No, they didn't carbo load. Right. They didn't carbo load. They, meats, no meat during the day of the fight. Just carbo loading. I mean, I don't know what happened to the great fighters then who were burning for 15. Now you got all these guys in camp, and these guys are dead after 10 rounds. They can't go 12 hard rounds.
Ray, does it bother you when strength and conditioning coaches start to become part of the story?
Well, let me tell you something. Yes, it does. To answer your question, yes, Steve. I hear this a lot. People say, who are the great trainers nowadays? I said, I don't know. There's only a few good trainers, maybe 1 or 2 great trainers, but there's a lot of towel wavers. A lot of towel wavers. Got a lot of cheerleaders in the corner. Woo, woo, woo. That's all you got. So you got all these guys, whether following, you got this entourage walking in the ring, the strength coach, the nutrition coach, and this, and bodyguards, and they're waving the towels. They ain't taking the ass whipping. They ain't taking the shots on the chin. They ain't taking the shots in the belly. You when you get hit in the belly, you're feeling yesterday's lunch. They're not doing any of that. They're just towel wavers. So I don't know what they're needed for. There's no need for any of that. It's perception. It's perception. We want to think that we're more important than we are. Fighters in general have a higher esteem of themselves than there really is. And we're all, it's the business of illusion. We create the illusion that we're something we're not. We think we're smarter than we are. We start letting our managers, let our take care of business, let our trainers do his job, and let me just do the fighting. Now I want to be the promoter, I want to be the trainer, I want to do it all. Now that's why I have a hard time calling any fighters now great, put them on to the greats of all time. It's very difficult to do that.
Okay, that was the Boom Boom Room. Ray Mancini letting his hands go. On behalf of Boom Boom, this is Steve Kim saying goodbye, everybody.